Hello again. This is our next Buzz tip. It's all about the daily charting and what you should do for your daily rhythm. So I sent the screenshots in the Word document in the email as an attachment, so you can save that, print it off, do whatever you want with it. But I also have this video that I am doing to show you the steps that you actually will go through to do your charting. So on your home page, you go to your editor button. You come into your class, you find the class that you are currently on. You click that open, and after your class is done, or before, you can do this before too, but you can add your homework assignment, which is under assignment, and then you would title this whatever the homework is, and then go ahead and type up your instructions. If you have any attachments that you want to put in, you can put them in here as well. Your settings, you want to set your due dates. Usually it's the same day, an hour after the class is over. So let's say this class was over at 10:30, it would be due at 11:30 a.m., not p.m. Always allow those late submissions. Also make sure that you have multiple documents set for your Dropbox and that it is in the correct category, whether it's homework, projects, or participation. In this case, it's homework. Click Save in the upper right-hand corner. Your homework is set to go. For your session content, you'll go to Rich Text Activity. So you will just title this what you did, or what I usually do is title it with the session number. I know other people like to go ahead and type in like the main thing that they've done for the day. It is up to you. Here is a bullet point list of what you did during the class time with the student. So journal writing with a prompt possibly. Discussed resumes, looked at example resumes, and then anything else that you did in the class. Remember, this is for the student to reference what they actually did in class. This is not a narrative. The narrative is in the charting that goes home. So this is just a list. You can make it paragraph, correct spelling and grammar if you want to, but this is just for the student, whatever they need to get the homework done. That can also remind them and jog their memory of what was done in class. Click OK at the bottom, and there is your session. For participation, you come back over to assignment, and then you title it participation. You don't have to add anything else in there. Go to your settings. You don't need a due date on this. You do not need a Dropbox either. You do, however, want to put it in the proper category so it gets weighted properly when you add that grade in. And then you click Save, and that's all you need to do for the participation piece. Now, some of you may already have templates, so all you need to do is come over to your library and simply click and drag them over. And there's the homework one, and then the participation one. What I have done to separate the different colors, because these are all the same color, so I went ahead and added photos to mine so that the student can easily see which one's homework, which one was the lesson, and which one is the participation. So the homework one, the HW, that's the one that they need to check. So you can go ahead and drag those over. So after you've done that, you can click on the little pencil icon or double click your session folder. You want to then go ahead and date and initial this folder. If it's an NS, you would put an NS behind your initials. If it was done on Zoom, you would type in virtual after this. So, and then you click Save. Next, you want to look at your objectives over here on the left-hand side and figure out which one it was that you covered, or which ones. There could be multiple ones, and you simply click it, drag it over, and it now appears. And it turns green and says there's 2 non-gradable and 4 gradable activities that covered this portion for you. After this piece, you want to go up to your menu button and go to your gradebook. You want to keep the gradebook up to date. So click in the participation. If the student fully participated, showed up on time for class, great, that's 100%. If they didn't fully participate, or if they were late for class, you deduct the proper amount of points for that and then submit. Catch up any homework assignments that were not graded. This one has not been turned in yet, so we won't grade that one. Come back here and go back to your editor button. Now, your Genius charting link is always in the Essential Materials folder. I pull mine out and put it at the very top so that it's easy for me to recognize and I can quickly find it so I can do my charting in a timely manner. So click on your menu, click Preview, and then find the session number that you need to chart. In this case, I did session 11, so I'm going to chart it. If it's an NS, click NS. If they were tardy, click tardy and click how many late or how many minutes they were late. For science, you can click on the lab session. And if you're behind pace in the class, be sure to click the behind pace button, and then it'll prompt you about how many sessions you're behind. So you want to go to your academic and well-being narrative. This is where you type up the full paragraphs of not only what you did in class, but how did the student respond? What was their behavior? What was their emotional status like during class? Was everything well receptive? Were they okay with everything? Did they have any issues? Did you have to spend any time mentoring the student? Did you have to take 15 minutes out of class to really kind of get them to focus and relax and calm down? Maybe something major happened. So this is like the full student snapshot that the parent gets of their class. So they get this for every class. So then it shows them their day. It's like, oh, okay, well, Johnny had a really bad time in math class. But by the time he got to science class in the afternoon, he was fine and doing perfect, So this is where you want to tell the parents everything about their academic portion, about their emotional portion, about their behavior. So that this part's very, very important. That's why it's very different than the rich text activity, which just tells the student what you did during class for the day. If you are assigning Friday Mastery Day, of course, click on this, which date it's going, and then the notes, like why are you assigning Friday school? Be sure to send an email home to the parents and CC Amy Lee on this because she won't get this till Thursday, and that's kind of a late notice. And then you want to go and check the goals and learner outcomes. Make sure you fill this out because it kind of keeps us on track. And if something's out of whack, put a note over here saying, wow, Johnny usually does this, but today he was not able to do this. So go ahead and you make that note for yourself because you can go back and look at it before iRocks just to refresh your memory because we're human and we all forget. The private section, like I said, this is an email that gets sent out to everybody here on the campus. So if something happened that you think we should all know about, go ahead and type it here. But if there's something that you just need to know or want to remember for yourself, you can type that up in here. This doesn't get sent out to anybody. So this is just for your knowledge. Also, this is from Tracy's email that when we sub now, we should put how the student participated in class so the teacher knows how to grade the participation for that day that the teacher was gone. So, and then if you need to assign mastery learning sessions, this is where you assign it. So the number of sessions and then the reason why, be sure to tell them that you're going to keep them to a minimum and all of that wonderful stuff and say some great things about our kiddos because they are truly wonderful. So the parents will receive an email copy of this. You could also let Tracy and Emily know. You should let them know that there's going to be some mastery assigned. So go ahead and click save at that point. I didn't do anything, so it won't save. So I'll just click close and it'll come up that it is complete. So, and then you can go back to your page here. Then you do not want to forget to render your class in MPA. So this is how you get paid. You want to be able to get paid. So be sure to go into MPA and render your class. And that is it for our demonstration. Thank you.